Handicapped parking is for handicapped people, not rich ones. I was at Walmart last Tuesday with my younger brother when I pulled into a handicapped spot near the entrance. That's when I noticed this brand new BMW convertible sitting right in the striped zone next to the handicapped spot. You know, the area with diagonal lines painted on the ground that's supposed to be empty so people in wheelchairs can actually get their equipment out of their vans. I looked at the BMW's windshield. No handicapped placard, no tag hanging from the mirror, nothing. Just some jerk who thought the rules didn't apply to him because he drove an expensive car. I felt my blood boil. My grandma uses a wheelchair, and I've seen her struggle when people pull this kind of garbage. I kept thinking about it the whole time we were shopping. Every aisle I walked down, I kept picturing that stupid BMW sitting there like it owned the place. When we finally checked out and walked back to the parking lot 40 minutes later, the car was still there. That's when I decided to do something about it. I dug through my glove box and found an old receipt. I flipped it over and wrote on the back with a pen I had in my cup holder. The note said, "So sorry. I didn't mean to scrape your car with my wheelchair. I would leave my contact info, but you were illegally parked and blocking my van, so good luck buffing that out." I folded the paper and stuck it under his windshield wiper. My brother looked at me like I was crazy, but I told him we were waiting. We sat in our car with the AC running. My brother kept asking if we could just leave, but I wanted to see this play out. 20 minutes went by. My brother was playing games on his phone when I spotted movement near the entrance. This muscular guy came jogging toward the BMW. He had on gym clothes and was talking on his phone, barely paying attention to where he was going. Then he saw the note. He grabbed it off the windshield and read it while still holding his phone to his ear. His whole body went stiff. Then he screamed into the phone, "Oh, shit!" so loud I could hear it from inside my car with the windows up. He hung up immediately and started walking around his car in circles. He bent down and looked at the driver's side door, then the passenger side, then the hood. He ran his hand along every panel like he was petting a cat. He pulled out his phone and turned on the flashlight even though it was the middle of the day. He crouched down and examined the paint job inch by inch. He rubbed at a tiny spot near the rear bumper for like 2 full minutes. It was probably just pollen or dust, but he acted like it was a bullet hole. He kept moving around the car, checking the same spots over and over. He'd find a speck of dirt, rub it with his thumb, then move to another spot. My brother was trying so hard not to laugh that he had to cover his mouth with his sleeve. At one point, the guy laid down on the ground to look under the car. I have no idea what he thought he'd find down there. A scratch on the undercarriage? He stood back up and his gym shirt had dirt all over it. He didn't even care. He just kept inspecting. He walked to the front of the car and stared at the bumper like he was trying to see through it. Then he pulled up his phone and started taking pictures of every angle. Close-ups of the doors, wide shots of the whole car. He probably took 30 photos. We sat there for another 10 minutes watching him obsess. He was still crouched by the rear tire, rubbing the rim with his finger, when I finally started the engine. As we pulled out of the spot, he didn't even look up. He was too busy trying to find damage that didn't exist. My brother turned to me and said, "That was the best thing I've ever seen." I just smiled and drove home. The whole way back, I kept thinking about that guy wasting his whole afternoon searching for a scratch that was never there. Maybe next time he'll think twice before parking in a spot that's meant for people who actually need it.